Back on my bench today, I've got the latest version of our X-Case RM420. The 420 is a 4U 20-bay Hotswap system. The old version, version 1 we'll call it, was very popular indeed. In fact, we kept selling out. However, we did have a couple of small issues with it, so we've modified it slightly and kept the price the same, but brought it slightly more up to date with technology. Also, we've improved the cooling of the system. So, what's new? First of all, the 20 Hotswap caddies. Whereas before, admittedly, they were slightly flimsy, are now a much better construction and a neater fit. A good solid clunk. The front panel itself is much the same as it was before. Room for a slim CD-ROM. We've got your touchpad on-off reset, your SATA port, activity lights. However, whereas before we had a slot for a slimline floppy drive, we've deleted that and opted for two mounting points for 2.5-inch drives. Ideal if you want to do a mirror for your operating system. Internally, much the same. Still takes your full-size motherboards, as well as your standard and even micro ATX. 7 4-height expansion slots remain, as does the 2 rear 80mm fans. It still takes a standard ATX PSU, and if you remove this bracket, it will fit a mini redundant. We've opted for far better quality fans. These really do reduce the temperature of the case when it's fully populated. A little bit noisy, but it's a necessity. Of course, if you've got a situation where cooling's good and you don't need these high-powered fans, then you could just replace them with standard 80mm lower noise ones. Now, let me just remove this fan unit, because the main change to the RM420 is the backplane. Whereas before we used a SATA backplane, which had 20 SATA port connections onto it, we've now gone with technology and opted for Mini SAS. So one Mini SAS connection here controls all the drives on this backplane, which is powered by one Molex. You can, although it's not a necessity, connect a second Molex just for a little bit more juice. Now we've got 5 backplanes, so each one's 4 drives, 20 drives in total. And using your Mini SAS cables, it means instead of 20 SATA cables getting in the way, you've just got 5 neat cables going to your RAID controller. We'd probably recommend something like a freeware 9650 24 port. So, there you have it, really. It's still great value. If you compare it to something like a Shembro, I'm not going to say it's as good a quality, but it's not far from it. And when you're talking a couple of £100 cheaper, that's a lot of money. So there you have it, the latest version of the X-Case RM420. I've always liked this case, and now I love it.